Basically, here's the nuts and bolts of it. There's a law out there called the Ali Act. It protects boxers. All that they're attempting to do is take the current law, and when you understand how laws are made, this is helpful for the proponents of this. Take the current law, which is known as the Ali Act, and add that it will also cover MMA fighters, unarmed combatants, what is known by law. So they don't need a new bill passed. They don't have to pass a bill. They just need to expand a current one. It seems to me that that's probably going to happen. It's pretty hard to stop something that is already meant to be covering MMA fighters anyway. But at the time the law passed, there was no such thing as MMA. That legal term did not exist. So there'll be a ranking system, and that is the fight that needs to happen if you're talking about a championship fight. And then the different promoters will bid on that fight. It's just, how does a championship fight get made? And there has been some blowback that an organization that is the promoter is also the matchmaker. For me, in the world I live in, that's normal. Apparently in the boxing world and under the Ali Act, that's not. That's a conflict of interest. So there's an independent ranking system, and then different promoters go out and bid on that fight. The bigger picture is that then promoters have to bid on who gets the fight, which is where capitalism starts to come in. It's where you start to hear about these anti-trade things or monopoly. So it does away with that because now there's a fair bid on it. When you consider that they're not trying to pass a law, they're just trying to get a law expanded, that becomes very easy work for your congressmen and senators, for your lobbyists. That becomes very easy to get onto the president's desk. I happen to personally believe it's probably going to happen when all you're looking for them to do is expand a term that they would have put in initially. The spirit of the law is to cover MMA fighters, but at the time the law was written, that term didn't even exist. So it did. I happen to think that we are all going to be under the Ali Act federally. I just don't know what the hell it means. I think somebody needs to sit down and really read that. And the overwhelming thing, as you've got these associations and the talk of the unions going, is protection of the fighters. So I'm assuming there must be some built-in protection. So the Ali Act certainly has to encompass more than just the matchmaking, but everybody we talk about it, Randy included. Joel, when we talked to Randy, he brought up the same point that Ben Askren did, which was the matching system. And what they really liked about that was that, again, that everybody then would bid on it, and that's how you can get the purses up. And in that way, you look after the fighters.